I've got to see if this thing's intact. Look at that color. All the dinnerware in here is just something else. Whoa, this is really something here. I'm on Pearl Street in Yankton, South Dakota. The house behind me was built in 1902, although an 1875 map shows an earlier structure in the vicinity, so it's likely there's artifacts buried back here from both eras. I got permission to excavate the grounds, so we'll see how it goes. Well, I was told the place was built in 1902. Some of the features indicate it could be a bit earlier. I know the window moldings are something you'd typically see on an 1870s or 1880s house. I'm toward the back of the lot on the south side. If you look close, you'll see I kicked some marks in the ground. I had probed down and hit some ashes and glass. That's a good indicator of an early site. We'll get this thing opened up. I'm amazed at the amount of stuff in here. It's all just kind of intertwined and wedged here. I think if I get this liquor flask out, I'll be able to loosen the rest. All right, that's a machine-made Eagle style, circa 1915. There we go. That's a prescription bottle. No embossing. You can see it would have had a paper label there on that front panel. Oh wow, this is unusual. Oh, it's got an eagle on a serpent. Chili powder. C-E-B, Gebhardt, eagle on one panel. It's an early machine-made piece. And then a chili powder. And then the front. I'd never seen one of these. Seems like it could be related to Mexico with the eagle on a serpent type scenario. All right. Okay, some kind of a drinking glass. It chips, so they threw it, but that's a really interesting pattern. It's pressed glass. Could have been like a malt shop type piece. Huh. Some kind of little paneled oil bottle. Sometimes these things are embossed. This one's SF and Company. I would have had a paper label on it. Okay, just stuff everywhere here. Getting down into a use layer. Looks like some kind of shoe polish bottle. It's a tooled top, kind of a wide mouth Blake style. Another Eagle flask, early machine made, circa 1915. Oh, little prescription bottle. These need to start having embossing on them. Yeah, it's again, circa 1905, tooled top piece. Some broken windows. And a unbreakable comb. Sandom Unbreakable. Didn't really live up to its name. Alright, I think this is a bigger one. Okay, a machine-made Eagle-style flask. I believe that's a full quart. Oh wow, look at all this stuff. Got a few mason jar lids. Now, these will sometimes have the company name on them. Let's see, I know Boyd was the most popular. Nothing on this one. Nothing on that one. Yeah, they're all blanks, but they're all generally the same style, probably for a shoulder seal mason jar. Oh, a little candy dish lid. Maybe we'll find the candy dish down here somewhere. We're not even through the topsoil, and we've got some pieces exposed. This looks like it could be some kind of pharmaceutical product. I can already tell it's a tooled top. Now, this is hard-packed earth here. This is some really hard-packed clay. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely a pharmaceutical. No embossing on it, but that's a tooled top. I'd say this thing's 120 years old, maybe older. Looks like some kind of medicine bottle. Let's see here. Okay, it's a prescription bottle. No embossing on it. Looks like it's a early machine-made piece. It still has some medicine inside of it. There's a bowl. Looks like a semi-porcelain piece. Sometimes these have a maker's mark. W.S. George, Radisson. I've dug this pattern before. This is a circa 1900 piece. It would just been some kind of serving bowl, I suppose. All right, well, it's a mason jar. It's a drop day double loop. The top's broken off. That must have been why it was discarded. Looks like we're getting into some kind of trash layer. I'm also seeing ashes. Ground's starting to soften up a bit, but this has been a nightmare dealing with. Looks like a Paris style prescription bottle. It's got some markings on the bottom. NBBG, I believe. It's a circa 1905 tool top piece. This ground is just brutal. I think we've got another piece down there. Looks like, okay, an early machine-made medicine. I've seen this before. Oh, cedar, made in USA. I believe it was a furniture polish of some sort. This would have had a paper label on it. Some broken stuff down there. Let's see, got a couple pieces here. Looks like a juice bottle. Sometimes these will say Welch's or Royal Purple. Those are some of the most popular brands of the time. This is early machine made circa 1915. Let's see here. Okay, it's an early machine made Eagle style flask. No embossing. Again, circa 1915. I'm beginning to think this was the later pit used by the building here. Everything I'm finding is World War I era, and that's around the time Yankton got indoor plumbing. Let's see, genuine Boyd. Okay, there's a Boyd cap. Yeah, this was no doubt the most popular mason jar lid manufacturer. little tool top prescription bottle. No embossing, circa 1905. Oh, looks like another Eagle flask. Oh wow, red top. Ferdinand Westheimer and Sons, Cincinnati, Ohio, and St. Joseph, Missouri. This has a lot going on. I've seen these red top bottles before. It's a red top rye, I believe. This one's an early machine-made piece. I'd put it at circa 1915. All right, let's see here. Okay. A broken machine-made Eagle flask. Huh. Looks like a possible soda bottle. There's a... Okay, it's Pluto water. See that kind of figure on the bottom? Almost looks like a devil-type figure. That was the advertisement for Pluto water. I think it was some kind of laxative product. This one's early machine made, circa 1915. Look at all this stuff. We need to get some embossed ones. I believe this is an Aubert Oval style prescription bottle. Don't quote me on that though. It's got a tooled top, graduated sides. I'd put this at 1908 to 1916, in that range. This is a big flask. Okay, the top's knocked off. This is one of the biggest Eagle style flasks I've dug. It's made by the Illinois Glass Company. It's a full quart. I've got like 9 or 10 pieces exposed here. This pit is something else. It's just loaded. This clay, it's so hard packed here though. It's just been a nightmare working with. Okay, we got a tool top prescription bottle. It's got a reinforced lip. I believe they started using those in 1908. Looks like some kind of Vaseline container. Sometimes they're embossed, sometimes not. This one's not embossed. It's a machine-made threaded top. Looks like some kind of chemical bottle here. Broken. There's a lot of broken stuff in this pit. Okay, some kind of... Okay, it's a threaded top. It could be some kind of stationary product. Could have held mucilage, glue, maybe ink or paste of some sort. Oh, another Paris-style prescription bottle. No embossing, circa 1905. Oh, this is kind of cool. It's really light. I think it's some kind of perfume atomizer. See, there's some kind of a checkered pattern on it there. I think this could be closer to 1900. All right, here we've got a Whitmore shoe polish bottle from Boston. That's got a tooled top. I'd put this one at about 1905, 1910. A little machine-made homeopathic vial. These held all kinds of tinctures, mainly little pills though. Oh wow. Okay, this, I believe, is an opium vial. I've always heard these called opium vials. I may have seen one with a different label on it, although generally I believe that's what these were used for. There we go. Another little homeopathic vial. You know, this one still has some residue inside of it. Those may be broken down pills. I can't say for sure though. As you can see, I've pulled out a ton of stuff and I'm only a couple feet down. No end in sight. I've got more down here. Looks like some liquor flasks. All right, another machine-made Eagle style. Looks like a pint size. I see some embossing on this one. What do we have going on here? Okay, another one of those red top rye bottles. This one might be a tooled top. No, it's early machine made. I love the top design embossed on that. And another drinking glass. Again, this is like something you see in an old time malt shop or something. These are really cool. I see some embossing on this one. Looks like some kind of patent medicine. Dr. Miles Restorative Nervine. Okay, that's a early machine-made piece, circa 1915. What's going on with this? Oh wow, it's intact. Looks like an ironstone china bowl. KT&K. Graniteware, that's Knowles, Taylor & Knowles. I've dug a lot of these. That's amazing, it survived all these years. Looks like a Mikado style liquor flask. This one's a tooled top, so the age is getting a little better. I'd put this one at 1905 to 1910. Looks like some kind of prescription bottle. NB&G on the bottom. I think I've dug these before. It's a Paris style, circa 1905. This pit is just loaded. Another prescription bottle. No embossing on this one. That same date range though. And it looks like a little saucer to a child's tea set. Likely children living here at the residence. What's this? Another tooled top Mikado style flask. No embossing. We're back at it again. Got too dark to film last night, so we'll pick up where we left off. I've got several pieces exposed. Looks like some kind of a mason jar and a maybe apothecary of some sort. Let's see here. Okay, it's a ball mason jar, a drop day triple loop style, early machine made. Some kind of prescription bottle, NB and C or NB and G on bottom, tooled top, circa 1905. It's like a early machine made Eagle style liquor flask. Some kind of a, okay, PD and Company. That's Park Davis and Company. This is a little pharmaceutical type bottle. It's got a glass stopper. That's interesting. You usually only see that with toiletries. Another prescription bottle. No embossing on this one. Same date range, circa 1905. And another mason jar, canning jar lid. No embossing on this one. Early 1900s. Oh, this one just flipped out. Looks like a Another machine-made homeopathic vial, circa 1900. And some kind of early machine-made chemical bottle. Could have been hydrogen peroxide or some kind of pharmaceutical. Oh wow, that's kind of cool. It's got some lines on the sides, kind of line pattern. It's a creamer of some sort, I believe. Another Eagle flask. This one's a tooled top. The age is getting a little better. Now this might be intact. Now the ground's still decently hard packed down here. Let's see. Oh, look at that design. This is something. Looks like a semi-porcelain plate. I don't see. Okay, it looks like iris. Okay, it's the iris pattern. I've seen this before. I can't tell you exactly what company made it, but yeah, it's got that bird on it. That's really cool. It's like a mason jar here. I've got it loose. All right, it's a ball. Drop day double loop. Early machine made piece. What's going on here? Got some kind of a prescription bottle made by the Western Bottle Manufacturing Company, circa 1905. That's some kind of medicine or liquor flask. I think it's a liquor flask. It's got some beveled corners, tooled top. I'm into a solid use layer. There's plenty of bottles down here. There's, looks like some kind of ribbed jar of some sort. That's unusual. Looks like there's remnants of a metal cap on it. It's early machine made. And a prescription bottle. Looks like a Crown Oval, maybe a Dakota Oval. Has a tooled top. Oh, getting better age. Here's an Olympia style flask. These were patented in 1898. Looks like a paneled patent medicine. No embossing on this one. It's a tooled top, would have had a paper label on it. Some kind of jar. Looks like a food jar. It's early machine made. I don't see any embossing on it. It's a little wider mouth than you see on Vaseline containers. A liquor bottle. This one's a early machine made. I'd put it at circa 1915. Wow. So it's broken, but this is a nice semi-porcelain pitcher piece. Those flowers in the center are really cool. This must have broken, so they discarded it. So into a solid use layer. There's stuff everywhere. It's like a tooled top Mikado style flask. That's a pint size. Some kind of graduated oval prescription bottle. Got a reinforced lip. I'd put this in the 1908 to 1916 date range. And another Mikado flask, another pint. That's obviously broken, but that's an unusual color for a dish during that time. I don't dig anything in this color very often. It's glass, actually. Huh. A pitcher, it's got some sheaf of wheat pattern on it. This is a utility piece, really heavy glass. Another Mikado flask, half pint on this one, no embossing. And another, circa 1905. Plenty to go, still into a solid use layer. Looks like a tool top Mikado style flask, circa 1905. So sticking out. It's a little oil bottle, I believe. You can see remnants of a paper label, but there's no embossing. An early machine-made beer bottle. This would date it sometime after 1910 and before Prohibition. A little prescription bottle with some graduations on the side. No embossing, 1908 to 1916. Oh wow, you know, I have no idea what this thing is. Some kind of a bulb. Doesn't appear to be broken. If anyone has any idea what this is, please drop a comment. This pitcher looks like it could be good. Bunch of dinnerware pieces in the way. Whoa! This is really something here. See some markings on the bottom. Conway Royal, semi-porcelain, Wood and Son, England. Now, this is a classic Flow Blue piece, so there's no doubt from the turn of the century. That's really something. All right, a couple pieces trying to fall out here. Looks like an unembossed beer bottle made by the American Bottle Company. That's a tooled crown top. Look at that. You know, there's a lot of kind of utilitarian stuff here, and this is a big pit. I'm wondering, this could have been a boarding house pit. It's too early to say for sure, though. I've got to see if this thing's intact. Look at that color. All the dinnerware in here is just something else. Okay, I think it's the other half to that, but look at that. It looks like it's maybe hand stenciled. It's definitely Flow Blue. Prescription bottle, English style, has the English and script at bottom. Looks like some kind of prescription bottle. It's a blue ribbon style, tooled top, graduated sides. Another Olympia style flask. That's an 1898 patent. And an English style prescription bottle. It's got English and script on bottom. What we got here? Wow, a couple of them. An Eagle style flask, tooled top. And a tooled top Mikado style. The sides started falling in, so I guess it's time to take some of these out. Looks like a tooled top Rex Oval style prescription bottle. Oh wow, this thing is ornate. Salon Palmer on the shoulder of it right there. This was a famous perfumer from New York. That's a really ornate piece. I got a big prescription bottle here. It's a graduated oval style, 16 ounce. A tool top Mikado style flask. And a tooled top Eagle style liquor flask. And a Mikado, again a tooled top. A tool top Eagle style flask. This bottom layer is absolutely packed. Here's a tool top prescription bottle, 12 ounce size. And a tool top Eagle style flask. And another prescription bottle. It looks like a Rex Oval style, but there's no embossing on it. Some kind of a ball neck panel piece. Could be a medicine, could be an extract. Okay, a really ornate drinking glass. If you look close, you'll see some really cool pattern on it. That's etched, I believe. I can't say I've ever dug anything like this. This could be really early. Here we go. An embossed Yankton drugstore bottle from the drugstore of Walbaum and Asif. And a tool top Eagle flask. And an Olympia style flask. It's just packed down here. All kinds of stuff. Another Eagle style liquor flask. New York Van Duzer. Another Eagle style liquor flask. And a prescription bottle. No embossing on that one. What do we have here? Lydia E. Pinkham's vegetable compound. It's full of groundwater. I found a lot of these. It was a female remedy, so there's likely a female living here in the household. And another prescription bottle made by the Western Bottle Manufacturing Company. And another prescription bottle. This one still has some contents in it. I'll make sure not to dump that out. This stuff usually reeks. I'm amazed at how much stuff is down here. A ball neck panel style bottle, either an extract or a medicine. Oh, here we go. Tone Brothers flavoring extracts, Des Moines, Iowa. All the stuff down here is filled with groundwater. It's dumping out all over my gloves. Another prescription bottle. Oh, Everite. Okay, I believe this was some kind of oil product sold in prescription bottles. Huh. All kinds of prescriptions. Some of these need to start being embossed, circa 1905. Huh. Little, maybe toiletry. No embossing, but it's a really heavy glass. Another prescription bottle. It's almost a Philadelphia oval, but not quite. Would have had a paper label on the front there. Some nice color on this thing. Oh, that's a heavy champagne bottle. This thing's, it looks earlier. It's a turn mold piece, I believe. Whoa, what's going on with this? New, patent applied for. So some kind of patent applied for design. It looks like it could be some kind of condiment container. I'm not sure, a ketchup style top. I'm in the final corner. There's a few pieces. That's awesome. It's a biscuit porcelain doll. The arms and legs fell off. They would have been attached with metal wire, I believe. Saw some blue in here. Could it be? Okay, yeah, a little bromo seltzer tooled top piece, circa 1905. And a little machine-made condiment container. Could have held pickles, relish. And a prescription bottle. Oh, another Everite oil, circa 1905. No way. Cement City Bottling Works, Yankton, South Dakota. Got a hutch. That's awesome. This pit's done. This was something else. Everything dated back to around 1910. Got an amazing variety of pieces here. Some Vaseline containers, extracts, shoe polish, medicines, toiletries, old light bulb, homeopathic vials, canning jars, bunch of flow blue transferware, some other semi-porcelain pieces, a bunch of drugstore bottles, including that Waldbaum and Asif, some drinking glasses, pitchers, champagne bottle, beers, those sodas, including that Cement City hutch, and a bunch of liquor flasks. This was one for the books. We'll get this thing filled back in.